they're like, teacher, we saw you and your boyfriend at the amusement park. Do you remember? I was like, yes, that was our first date. And of course now we're like engaged. So it's really funny looking back on this because they remember him and remember seeing him. Hi guys, I'm Taylor and I have been in Korea for 4 years now and I am a teacher here in Korea. Nice to meet you! Today I will show you a video about my Korean life as a teacher. Let's go! So this is when I'm going to school in the morning. The crossing guard actually says he'd say hi to me every day, which I thought was so nice. They're so cute. I miss all my students at that school. So yeah, we're heading into school. So actually, I was not used to walking to school at all, and seeing all the students walk to school was kind of strange, just because back home in the US, students usually take the bus to school, and there was not many students who lived by school where they could walk. So it was a little bit strange to me at first, seeing all the students, come in at once, walking to school. He said hi to me every day too. Such a warm welcome at this school. I just loved it. He'll probably watch this video. Oh, so this was another thing. So going into Korean schools, they would always be so cold, especially in the winter time. So that was something I really had to get used to, because in the US, all the school is heated. So once you walked in, it was so hot, and you put your coat or jacket away in your locker, then head to class. So seeing everyone in jackets was also kind of strange. Oh my gosh, sorry, I have so much to say. 8:20, oh man. So when I was in school, we would go to school at maybe 7 or 8 a.m. So having this later start, I feel like I'm able to sleep in a little bit, but it was so different. And schools in the US would go until maybe 3 o'clock, 3:30. So the difference in when you would go to school here was also something that was very different from what I was used to back home. This is so messy. I should have cleaned before. So I remember when I was in school, we would have students would move from class to class depending on what subject they were going to, so yeah, that I thought was a bit different coming here too. Oh my gosh, everyone on my comments on this video was talking about how the teacher behind me had Jonghae-in on her screensaver. Oh, this is my favorite part. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. So, these are not my students. These are not my students at all, but again, so welcoming. But anytime students would see me in the hall, they would come up to me, they would say hi to me, hi teacher, and it would be so cute. So I don't even teach these students because I only taught 5th and 6th grade at this school, but because I was there for so long, they recognized my face, and so whenever they would come up to me, they would say hello, and I was like, oh, hi. It was just too cute. So that's why you see a lot of students coming up to me in this video.
So this is
yeah, this is my English classroom.
The other one is actually on the first floor.
So another difference between American schools and Korean schools, which we didn't have TVs in every classroom. So I feel like Korea is so technologically advanced to have, TVs in every classroom, which is so nice. I remember we had, I think, projectors in our room. So I was like, oh wow, Korean schools, they have so much money to have TVs in every room. Oh, see, this is where, so many coats in the classroom. And I get a lot of comments on that as well from people in other countries, and asking why Korean students wear coats in the classroom. Like, I guess just like in other countries that I know in America, again, we would put our coats away in the classroom. I think here it's about saving energy and money, which makes sense, and that's great, but it was something, you know, I definitely was not used to seeing.
For further practice,
I also liked how there was so much participation here. I think we were talking about before the difference between Korean and American students. I feel like you wouldn't see that back in the US. Like, my students there were just so involved in the lessons, so excited to learn and participate. It just like really warmed my heart as a teacher, especially to see that. And you also see comments on the YouTube video about that as well, and how, oh my gosh, there was so much participation. I wish, you know, my classes were like that. So I thought that was really nice. And then the bow. The Korean teacher, because my co-teacher is kind of the main teacher of the class and one who puts in most of the rules, you know, for my class. So she made it a point for the students, you know, to bow after class and greet the teacher and say goodbye to the teacher. So I was like, oh, I really like this. Let's keep doing that. It's funny because this class is a little special because I knew them as fourth graders. I didn't teach them, but they remember seeing me and my fiance on our first date at an amusement park. I didn't know them and they didn't come up to me, but they knew I was a teacher at their school. And so the next year when I taught them as fifth graders, they were like, teacher, you know, we saw you and your boyfriend at the amusement park. Do you remember? I was like, yes, that was our first date. And of course now we're like engaged. So it's really funny looking back on this because they remember him and remember seeing him. So it's just really funny and cute. Also, a big talking point in my videos, just other foreigners or people outside of Korea seeing Korean lunch for the first time. Oh, I love Korean lunch. Korea has better food, so American school lunches aren't that great. One difference is that teachers don't eat lunch with the students. Yeah, we had a really good community of teachers at this school. We were really close-knit and friendly with each other. Oh my kids are so silly. Oh yeah, so this is different too. I was used to drinking with my meal, so getting water and drinking water after the meal was really different for me. We would never have like separate cups like this, I feel like. It's so convenient. Now I love it. Oh yeah, so this is the teacher's class I taught my last year at that school. This was actually a really fun class to teach because, you know, they were adults, so I could, you know, communicate them a bit more. You could tell because the teachers signed up to learn, they are more engaged and want to participate, you know, in the class because they want to learn English.
see you tomorrow.
You would say bye every day. Oh. He's another one of the crossing guards. I think the security, we always talked, like he would talk to me in Korean and I would try to say something in English. We never understood each other, but he had the friendliest smile and he would always wave to me. So it was just really nice. Hello teacher, I'm a student at this school. Thank you for teaching me well for a year. I enjoyed the video. Oh, you were taught well. Comment has perfect grammar. Oh, that's so nice. Oh yes, thank you. I did teach them well. Korea must be the only place on earth that is quality school lunch. I am on my way. That is correct. I love school lunch in Korea. It's so good and it's so cheap. And I'm glad other people are taking notice too because school lunch in Korea is quality. Yeah. School lunch in the US was mostly like maybe pizza, chicken nuggets, maybe a little salad, but I think for the most part, at least when I went to school, it was a lot less healthy. Oh my gosh, kids seem so well behaved. All the kids at my school would yell and throw things. Oh, all the Korean students I have taught have been really well behaved, and I do remember when I was in school, you would have more situations like this comment with yelling and throwing things, but that's a funny one. And dude, I love the fact that the teachers eat in the same room as the students and just act normally. Yeah, it's so nice. You know, like I said, you know, the community at that school was amazing. It was such a friendly atmosphere and just felt so normal eating among the students. And it just really built that sense of a family at that school, I think. So awesome, people. Today I talked about my daily life at a Korean school and some of the cultural differences I've experienced teaching here. If you guys want to follow my journey more in Korea, you can check out my YouTube channel, Taylor with an E. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bye!